Good evening, everyone. As you know, my name is Marc Pierre. I'm 24, and I was a longtime dorm member who joined the staff last January. I tried. I heard about the door when I graduated from high school back in 2018. High school was rough. I lived with a father who terrorized me. In my own family, I was just another name on the taxes. So, even my birthday wasn't even about me. It was about what they wanted. So, when turning 18, I decided to spend my birthday with the people I cared about. I stayed out with friends that night, and the next morning, my brother called me to say that our dad had called the police and wanted me out for good. I left his house with nothing more than my sandals. That moment was terrifying, yet freeing. Whatever happened next, success or failure, was on me. My agency, my volition. I was on lousy terms with my mother, but I went to her place because I had nowhere else to go. That last resort became 4 long years. But I went and stayed because I wanted to go to college. Nothing about my mother's house felt like home. She was financially irresponsible, emotionally abusive, and a hoarder. Her house reeked of neglect. Living there jeopardized my health and suffocated my soul. I spent my time with my girlfriend and friends, but when I spent time at my mother's, I kept my room as tidy and clean as possible, as it was a reflection of me. So I stayed focused on my courses. College went well at first, but with my mother's constant outbursts and threats of kicking me out regularly, it all became overwhelming. With what little food she had was hazardous, so I used what was left of my financial aid for food, which my girlfriend taught me how to cook. When I didn't have money, I just wouldn't eat. COVID struck, and the living conditions made life hard. I kept trying and trying, but I buckled underneath the weight. My breaking point was finding out I owed CUNY $3,000 for tuition. I was in a panic with no money in my pocket and no future in sight. I went back to the door for a health checkup, saw a poster for the IT job training program, and I saw it as my sign. It was a grueling program, and I was one of the only few to pass. I made sure I got it done. Achieving that IT certification was transformative for me. I felt like I can overcome any situation. Things got easier and harder after that, but with the door's help, I got a job with the DOE and focused on paying off my debt. But with that, hardship came. In the summer of 2022, my mom's house was foreclosed. For months, I couch surfed, I rented a room, or even just stayed out in the cold. In January 2023, I moved into a shelter because it was my only option left. Throughout that time, the door was a constant lifeline. I got laid off that March, but I spent more and more time at the Bronx Youth Center, job hunting, and deepening relationships with staff. Over time, I helped out wherever and however needed, which evolved into my current position as a food and nutrition specialist. I wasn't sure I'd ever escape the shadow where I came from and achieve the stability I have today. What kept me together at the time was wandering our city, walking the side streets of Manhattan, exploring the Brooklyn waterfronts, even the piers of Queens, seeing the beauty, the buildings, the New York City I wanted to know. It inspired me to get my life together, to become someone who can do these things and experience places I've yet to see. As someone who can have agency to enjoy this night sky, to enjoy this life. With that vision, I wished myself to go on. Then I got the help I needed, and I went on forward. This summer, I finally got my own place. Yo. Thank you. Now, I envision a possible future with computers, maybe voice work like podcasting or audiobooks. Mostly though, I think about being able to explore the world and do things I never thought I'd be able to do. And real quick, on a side note, but I would like to thank the door for helping someone who looks like me, who sounds like me, who's lost everything regardless how hard they tried. And they helped me get back on track with a new foundation. Because of that help, I'm no longer just surviving. I have the space and the freedom to dream my own future and the ability to act on it. And that's everything. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.